Hey everybody, thanks for being with me today. I want to, hang on. My screen blinked off on me for a second and I needed to see what I'm saying here. So I want you to know right up front, this call is going to be a little different. It's not about ledgers, it's not about tax codes, it's not even about the latest product. But today it's about something that's way deeper because at the end of the day, people don't remember you for what you do, but they remember you for how you make them feel. So if you think about that for a minute, if you look back to the people who shaped your life, the mentors, the family members, the coaches, what do you remember about them? You probably don't remember the exact advice they give you or the numbers that they rattled off, but you remember how they made you feel. That's what people remember about you too. And when it comes to our clients, consistency, creativity, and passion, they're the tools that make people feel that they're cared for. They're how we show up. They're how we prove that we actually care, not just about their financial future, but about their happiness. So I want to share with you today four stories. As I tell them, I want you to be asking yourself this question. Where do I need to show up more consistency, more creative, and more care? So my father, he started in the insurance business back in 1958. He was always full of ideas, always testing, always trying the next new thing. And a lot of the ideas worked. But one day, after he told me about a strategy that he'd been using, that he used, that was very successful, I asked him, I said, Dad, if it worked so well, why did you stop doing it? And he answered, makes me smile today. He said, it worked so good, I quit doing it. Stop right there. Now, isn't that something? And yet, don't we all do the same thing? We try something that works. Maybe it's making daily calls. Maybe it's sending cards. Maybe it's holding reviews consistently. And then life gets busy. And guess what? We stop doing it. From my own career, early on, I built a habit of sending out three handwritten notes every day. Simple, right? Thank yous, congratulations, sometimes just a word of encouragement. And you know what happened? People noticed. Referrals picked up, relationships deepened, clients felt remembered. But then one year, I got busy. I got distracted. I told myself, I'd catch up later, and I stopped. But guess what happened? The calls slowed, the referrals slowed, the relationships just didn't feel as strong. That's the danger of what happens when we quit. So let's pause for a moment and let me ask you, what's the one thing that you used to do that worked, but you stopped doing? Write it down. Because one thing I do promise you, that if you pick it back up, that could be a breakthrough for what you've been looking for. Years later, a client came up to me and said, Jim, you probably don't remember this, but you sent me a note when my mom passed away. That note meant the world to me. But here's what's fascinating. He didn't bring up the policy we put together. He didn't bring up the numbers or the tax strategies or the market returns. He remembered the note. That was when I realized something powerful. Consistency isn't just about systems. It's about consistently showing up in the ways people that matters, to people. So here's a trap we fall into. We get tied up in the complexity of business, deadlines, paperwork, compliance, prospecting funnels, and so forth. The things they do matter, but they're not what people remember. What they remember is whether or not you really cared. I had another family member I worked with for years. On their 25th wedding anniversary, I sent them a card with a photo I had taken of them years earlier from a client event. Nothing fancy, just a card, a personal note, and a memory. You know what happened? They framed that card. Not because of the ink on the image, but because of the feeling it gave them. They were seen, remembered, and valued. So that's the lesson. People don't buy product, they buy how you make them feel. So let me ask you, who in your world right now needs to feel remembered, appreciated, or even cared for? And that's one simple thing you could do this week to show up for them. So let me take you back to aviation just for a moment. When I first started flying, I thought it would be about convenience, saving hours, skipping airports, enjoying the view. But aviation taught me something deeper. It really is a license. It's a license that has no finish line. It really is, it's just the beginning. Every storm you fly through tests your preparation, your humility, and the people you trust. Every safe landing reminds you of who's in your back seat, quietly rooting for you, praying for you, and sacrificing for you. I had an instructor, his name was Harvey. Calm, steady, exactly the voice you'd want in your headset when your engine sputters. He reminded me that preparation and humility go hand in hand. And then there were the people in the back seat, my family, friends, clients, the ones who trusted me, the ones I couldn't let down, the ones who were believing in me, sometimes more than I believed in myself. Flying taught me this: milestones are not finish lines, they're licenses to keep learning. And it's the same in business. So let me ask you, so when have you treated a milestone, a license, a title as a big win, as a finish line instead of the starting point? Who's your Harvey, the calm voice guiding you through turbulence? Who's in your back seat, and when was the last time you thanked them? Consistency builds skill, creativity helps you adapt, and the relationships, those are what makes the journey meaningful. There's a quote that I love that says, make your future dream a present fact by by assuming the wish fulfilled. So make your future dream a present fact by assuming the wish fulfilled. So what does that mean? It means you don't wait for results before you believe in them. You live as though a dream is already true. That shift changes everything. So when you act as though your dream is already fulfilled, your passion fuels your acts. Your creativity brings new ideas. Your consistency keeps them alive. And here's the beautiful part. Your success doesn't just serve you, it serves the people you touch, the clients, your family, your community. Aviation taught me another lesson. Airplanes are not trophies, they're tools. They don't define success, they reveal it. Because every flight tells a story, not about what you gained, but about who you lifted along the way and about who lifted you when the storm hit. That's the kind of advisor people want, not just the one with the sharpest numbers, but the one who cares enough to walk with them through the storms, to sit in a cockpit in calm assurance, to help them believe that their dream is already real. So let me leave you with this challenge. What's the one thing you used to do that worked, but you quit doing? What would happen if you picked it back up and stayed consistent for the next 30 days? Who in your life right now needs to feel that just your not just feel your service, but the fact that you care? Consistency keeps the momentum alive. Creativity keeps it exciting. Passion keeps it fueled. And here's the good news. You don't have to do it alone. Just like in flying, you need your Harveys, your backseat supporters, the people who guide you, the people who believe in you. At Camus, we want to be that for you. Whether it's whether it's helping you with strategies, providing tools, or just keeping a calm voice in your headset when things feel turbulent. We're here to help. So if there's anything we can do, reach out. Don't wait for the storm to hit. The opportunity is right in front of you. Don't sidetrack yourself. Assume your reality is already fulfilled and go live it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.